Today I am going to show you how to do the quantitative method named Simple Moving Average. All of you, each team is going to receive a chart similar like this. Of course, the sales will be different. No, each team is going to have different sales. Now, suppose that I'm team number one, and these are my sales, and I have to start working with my Excel. So the first thing that I have to do is to know the sales forecast for January 2021. We're supposed to have real sales from January to December. These are the sales. And I need to know what will be my sale using the quantitative method and the simple moving average sales forecast. So the first thing that these charts need is to have a title. So I'm going to put simple moving average sales forecast, including I could use January 2021. So I have a title now because this is going to be a report for my boss, and my boss is very, very demanding, and he wants that the charts should be perfect. Okay. Now that I have this, remember that you need to do 2 months simple moving average and 3 months. So I'm going to start using my titles for each column: 4 months, 5 months, and 6 months. Now I do my chart. And now, if you can notice, this column is wider than the others. And as my boss is very demanding, all the columns should be the same because I need a professional formatting, a professional presentation. So I'm going to use for all my columns the same width. For example, I'm going to use 17 width. See, now I have the same, you see? The same size, so it looks more professional. Now I could use here a color as the same in here, so I'm going to use a gray color because my boss wants a professional chart. Here it is. See? Now it looks better. Here probably I need to center it a little bit. No, in order to make it look better, probably higher fonts, and why not here? In here it looks better. Yeah, so see how it becomes looking more professional. Now I'm ready to start with the quantitative method, simple moving average. Remember that it's very, very simple. We just do the average for the previous months. In this case, I'm going to use 2, so I'm going to start at cell number 3. I count 1, 2, and 3 because I need to do the average for these previous months. And now it's very simple because I just put in my keyboard average or promedio if you have your keyboard in Spanish. Then click on the function and then select the previous months, and that's it. And now I just do the copy paste and I have my first. Yeah, this will be my forecasts, and I have my first forecast. Now, in here, if you notice, we have different size fonts. No, so they have to be the same because it's going to be evaluated. Remember that the boss is very demanding. Never forget that. So the font here is 16. So I'm going to do these for all the fonts. So I'm going to use 16 for all of them. And now I have it. It starts looking very well. Now I'm going to do the 3 months simple moving average sales forecast. So I'm going to start in the 4th. 1, 2, 3, and start in the 4th cell and do the same, equal. Then average in my keyboard, select the function, and remember that I have to select the 3 previous months. But don't make the mistake because I'm not using this column. I'm using the real column, the real sales column. I will always use the real sales column, okay? Now I do enter and copy paste. Well, I do the color at the end. Then 4 months, I will start at cell number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5. Equal, average, select, and select 1, 2, 3, 4 months, previous months, and that's it. Copy, paste. In fifth month will be number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 6. So I do equal average, select the function, and select 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember now it's 5 previous months. I have it, I do enter, and then just copy paste. And in 6 months, I'll do the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will start in the 7th cell. Equal average, select, and 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing it again. Equal average, select, and I start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 previous months, and I have it. I was doing it so fast that I was making a mistake. Now, these yellows are all my different forecasts. Which one is going to be the best one to choose? Well, I don't really know because I need to use something that you already learned, and it's the squared error. Remember that? So the squared error, I have it here. The squared error is equal to real sales minus sales forecast, and you have to square it by 2, elevar al cuadrado. Remember that function in Excel? Now that you remember that, so I'm going to do the same for each one of the columns. So probably I will need to do this, copy paste here. Yeah, remember that the cells must be the same. So I'm going to format them right now. It was 617, if I remember well. And then they must have the same format. Ready, I'm ready. So I'm ready to do my squared error in here. So I'm going to put squared error, okay? And the squared error is going to be all these columns, in all these columns. Now I have it. Let me put a little color so that it can differentiate. Yeah, I have it now. And remember that the formula is really simple. I just have to start with the column of the 2 months, and I'm going to start as equal, the same as I did with the average, simple moving average. I'm going to start at the third cell, 1, 2, 3, because it's the only cell in which I have real sales and I have forecast sales. So I'm going to do equal, and I'm going to open the parentheses. I'm going to choose real sales minus, yeah, you see, I just select the minus sign. Forecast sales, so I use this forecast. I close my parentheses and I use the function. Let me just do it a little bit bigger. And I use the function, remember this, like a triangle without a base, a function that will elevate squared a quantity by 2. Esto eleva una cantidad al cuadrado, okay? Now that I have it, oh, well, I think I need to do it again. Equal real sales minus sales forecast squared by 2. Now I have it. I just do enter. Remember, well, in here it doesn't really matter the font size, but what matters is that this is not a sale. I mean, this is an error. These are not sales, so they're not supposed to have this, the currency sign. Okay, so I need to change the format of all of these into just numbers. Okay, so instead of currency, I'm going to use a number, and now I have it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, because I just want to copy paste to the right, I need to fix some data here. So I always need to use my real sales column. Remember that, because if I don't do it, my formula will be moving to the right, and then the formula won't be correct. So the thing that I have to do is to put a pesos sign before the letter D here. See? I put a peso sign, and that's it. That's the only thing I need. And now I can copy paste, but another important data here is that you don't copy paste to the end, because in the end I don't have any real sales. In here, remember what you need to do. You have to do the average of all the errors. So I have to do equal average, select the function, and I select all my different errors here. Do enter, and now I have my first column, and it's perfect, almost perfect. What I need here, probably I will need a little comma, see, like this, a little comma, because it will make me easier. It will be easier for me to understand to read this number. If not, see, it will be really difficult to read. Now it's easier to read. You see that? So now that I have it, it's going to be as simple as this. Yeah, I'm going to copy paste this here, and then I'm going to copy paste here. I'm sorry. Here. Then I will copy paste again here. Okay. And the last one will be like this. Remember that I still do the same like in here. I start in the fourth here. I start 1, 2, 3, 4 in the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a mistake here. Let me just, yeah, now in here, let me just arrange it. And yeah, now I have it. I have to start here in number 3 and here number 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Well, now I have it. Now the last thing that I need to determine is which error. These are the errors. Let me put you in the different colors in order that you can understand what I'm saying. These are the errors, and I have to select the last one, the smallest one, because it's an error. And the smallest one is telling me that the 3 months forecast will be the perfect forecast for my company. So I'm going to take up these colors again, and I'm only going to use the 3 months forecast like this. Probably I will put it in little black. And now when my boss come with me, I could tell him without any mistakes that the best forecast for January 2021 using the simple moving average sales forecast quantitative method is this one. Okay, 4,891,804.59 cents. This is the perfect forecast. The only thing that is missing in this chart will be, of course, the graphic. See, every chart in sales must have a graphic. So, but it's very simple to do in Excel, because you just select the data that you need to select. No, don't forget to always use, well, I'm not going to use the number of events. I'm just going to use the months and the name of each one of the different sales forecasts, this one, the titles, okay? So now with this selection, I'm ready. Sorry, with this selection, I'm ready. I don't use the square errors. You never use the squares to do a graphic. The square errors are not for that. They're only to determine which average is the best. You have to understand that, please. Now that I have this selected, as you can see, it's all selected. I do this insert, and we need to use this and only this graphic, the one that is lined with markers. I don't, as your boss, accept any other kind of graphic. This is the perfect graphic for sales. Now that I have my graphic, let me just take this off. Now that I have my graphic, I need to make it presentable for my boss. So I need to check if everything is perfect. So I need to have the months here. I don't accept 1, 2, 3. I don't accept numbers. If you have months here, you need to have the names. Yeah, you need to have it should be clear in the quantities. It's clear. I need to put the title here, so I will put it again. That is simple moving average sales forecast. Simple moving there it is. Simple moving average sales forecast for January 2021. And this graphic is almost perfect. I mean, Probably is because I already did it. I didn't have to do any changes. So the only thing that is missing is my trend line, the trend line, la línea de tendencia. And it's really simple to put here in Excel because you only need to select one of these points. Okay, one of these little points. We are going to use the real sales because the trend for all of these different um, forecast will be the same, no? So I'm going to use the real sales graphic and I'm going to select any point and I'm going to do click. And as you can see, they are all selected, you see. Then I do right click and just check when it says add trend line or agregar línea de tendencia. In English would be add trend line, and there it is. I have my trend line. Let me just change the color because I think that this color is not so easy to read. Probably I use this. I will make it a little bit thicker and probably some color that is new. How about a red color? Now I have it. When my boss see this graphic, he's going to be really happy because it's easy to understand. And now let me just do it a little smaller here. As you can see, I have a perfect uh, report for my boss. When he asked me what will be your sales forecast using the simple moving average, I can just show him this chart and everything will be perfect. If you have a chart like this, you will have a 10 on your work, okay? Now, in the next video, I will let you know the new quantitative method that will be the weight moving average. Okay, thank you very much and bye-bye.